Chapter 61 The Titan Giant Ape Attacks. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Senior, it seems that the truth is not what you said. This crested snake was killed by me and my students. There is no possibility of snatching your target. How could this happen? It must be Meng still refused to give up. Just as he was about to continue to attack, he was stopped by the snake woman again. Iran, stand down. I'm actually dazzled. If there is anything I'm presumptuous about, please forgive me, Lord Soul Saint. Snake Woman said apologetically. Zhao Wuji laughed, clasped his fists and said, Zhao Wuji, please ask me your surname. The Snake Woman said, it turns out that he is the Feudal Ming King. He has a fragrant old man who looks up to the sky. He was favored by his friends in the Soul Master world and was given the title of Snake Woman. My husband Meng Shu is known as Duke Long. Feudal Ming Wan, this is not an honorific title for Zhao Wuji, but represents a fierce and evil person. Faced with such a person, Snake Woman did not dare to be careless in the slightest. While using her name, she made plans to retreat. Duke Long is not around at this moment. Once Zhao Wuji attacks, she and Meng Yiran will undoubtedly die. It turns out to be Senior Snake Pa, whom I have admired for a long time. Zhao Wuji also felt relieved. I don't dare to take it seriously. I will continue to chase the soul beast, so I won't disturb you all. After that, the Snake Woman pulled Meng Yiran away quickly. After they left, Oscar breathed a sigh of relief. I was scared to death. I thought we were unlucky. Zhao Wuji glanced at him and said angrily, you should thank Qi Tian. If it hadn't been for his foresight, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Qi Tian shook his head, it's nothing. It has injuries on its abdomen. I just grasped its weakness. According to the original development of time and space, after Duke Long appeared, he forced Tang San to join their family. Now, the butterfly's wings have been fluttered, and Zhao Wuji does not know the relationship between Tang Hao and Tang San. So when that time comes, he may have no choice but to compromise. Of course, Qi Tian was not doing it for Tang San, but for himself. With Tang San's temperament, if his talent were revealed at that time, Meng Shu would not let him go. At the same time, Tang San fell into self-doubt. Why did the Bluesilver Grass release the entanglement effect when I clearly didn't release the soul skill just now? That he was very sure that his first soul ring had not been activated just now. So, where does this entangling soul skill come from? After much thought, he finally decided to wait until his teacher arrived before asking him the reason. On the other side, after some distance away, Meng Yiran said angrily, Grandma, there is obviously something fishy about that crested snake. How could it be that all the wounds were hit on the abdomen without any bias? Snake Woman said with a bitter look on her face, Iran, how could Grandma not know about this? It's just that Grandpa Yu is not here, and we are no match for them. Back then, when Zhao Wuji was still the sole emperor, he forcibly killed several strong men of the same level in Wuhun Palace. Afterwards, Wuhun Palace did not dare to trouble him. After so many years, his strength will only become stronger. King Feudal Ming has always. It's not an honorific title, but it represents a very vicious person. Not to mention you are still here. Even if you are not here, Grandma will have to stay away when she encounters him alone. Meng Yiran muttered, then let's wait for Grandpa first. When we meet them later, we must look good to them. Snake Woman sighed and agreed with Meng Yiran's idea. When Oscar absorbed the soul ring, everyone could not do anything else for the time being, so they simply gathered together in pairs and chatted. Zhao Wuji took the initiative to sit next to Qi Tian, patted the latter's shoulder, and said with a smile, you kid, you have saved us a lot of trouble. The unparalleled dragon and snake couple have martial soul fusion skills. It is said that they can use when using martial soul fusion skills, it can withstand the attacks of tidal Douluo without falling behind. Teacher Zhao, people with martial soul fusion skills generally don't act alone. I think Longgong Meng Shu is not far away. Qitian reminded. Zhao Wuji nodded, that's right, I just hope we don't run into each other in the future. By the way, did you grow up with a lot of strength? Why are you so strong? As both powerful soul masters, Zhao Wuji originally valued Dai Mubai, but that boy failed to live up to his expectations and would often get angry over trivial matters. He was not at all like the demeanor that a nobleman should have. On the other hand, Qi Tian is not only calm in dealing with things, but also quite humble as a person. If he wasn't afraid that he would delay the other party, Zhao Wuji might have wanted to accept him as his disciple. Qi Tian did not answer, but asked casually, "Teacher Zhao, if one day you have to leave Shrek Academy, what will you do?" Zhao Wuji didn't care, and said perfunctorily, "Then I will find a stable job in the city, then get married and have children, and start taking care of myself. In old age, In his early years, Zhao Wuji had a very strong temper, and he would take action if he disagreed. After being invited by Flanders to become a teacher at Shrek Academy, his temperament improved, but he was by no means a person who liked stability. As for what he said, Qi Tian did not take it seriously. At night, Oscar completed the process of absorbing the soul ring. Just like the original time and space, his third soul skill was flying mushroom intestines. The effect is to fly at the speed of a coxcomb for 1 minute. For a time, he became popular among the team. You must know that except for flying soul masters with other martial souls must at least break through the title Douluo if they want to fly in the air. For this reason, Oscar was still embarrassed in front of everyone. Looking at the harmonious atmosphere in the team, Zhao Wuji was filled with joy and said to himself, "It seems that the dean is right. Cultivating the ability of teamwork will indeed help improve the relationship between them." Thinking of this, he said, "It's getting late, let's find a safe place to rest for the night. After daybreak, we will look for the soul ring for Tang San. Mubai, Qitian, Tang San, the three of you will join me and take turns keeping vigil. Remember, the night in the Star Doe forest is very dangerous. Many spirit beasts will appear at night, so you must be vigilant. Also, if you go out to hunt for souls alone in the future, it is best not to run around in the forest at night, as it may cause you to lose your way." What Zhao Wuji said has been experienced by Qi Tian. He never wanted to repeat the experience of getting lost in the Star Doe forest. It was said that 4 people took turns to watch the night, but in fact, Zhao Wuji never took a break, and the only ones who were really taking turns were Qi Tian and 3 others. During the first half of the night that Dai Mubai stayed, the area around the camp was very quiet, and there were no emergencies. At midnight, Qi Tian walked out of the camp on time and took Dai Mubai's place of vigil. Zhao Wuji said hello calmly, his eyes still scanning the surroundings vigilantly. Qitian sat on a raised stone and looked into the depths of the forest. Not long after, he felt a slight vibration on the ground. Zhao Wuji quickly shouted, "Everyone leave the camp, quickly!" His voice was very urgent, and his expression became much uglier at a speed that was visible to the naked eye. Titan ape, here it comes. Chapter 62. A small willfulness of strength. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Teacher Zhao, what's wrong? Tang San quickly rushed out of the tent and asked doubtfully. A very powerful soul beast is approaching. It was Qi Tian who spoke. His voice was so low that Tang San didn't notice. As far as he knew, the Titan giant ape would appear here purely because he sensed Xiao Wu's aura. Moreover, he was worried that Xiao Wu would be in danger, so he rushed over. "Everyone, come behind me. No matter what happens later, you don't care about me. Qitian, you and Mubai lead everyone to run towards the outskirts of the forest. No matter what happens, you are not allowed to look back." Except for Qi Tian, no one else in Shrek Academy understood what happened. But seeing Zhao Wuji's face, everyone knew the seriousness of the problem. Ning Rongrong and Oscar took the initiative to move closer to Qi Tian, while Ma Hongjun moved closer to Dai Mubai. As for Xiao Wu, she was standing there with a look of fear on her face. Just as everyone was staring ahead, a figure as big as a mountain stretched out 2 thick arms and pushed down the big tree in front of them. Only then did everyone get a clear look at the entire figure. King of the forest, Titan giant ape. Zhao Wuji's pupils trembled and his body began to tremble. Recalling Yu Xiaogang's teachings, Tang San said with some excitement, "A titan of this size will most likely live up to 100,000 years. The 100,000-year soul beast only existed in legends. How could he not be excited to see it with his own eyes?" But soon, he came back to his senses. Soul beasts and soul masters had been at odds with each other before, so when the Titan ape appeared here, it was definitely not here to play games with them. When Zhao Wuji heard Tang San's words, his heart suddenly sank to the bottom of his heart. His brain was working rapidly for a moment, and he came up with a perfect solution. I saw him saying respectfully, "Dear King of the Forest, we have no intention of disturbing you. If this is your territory, we are willing to retreat immediately. You know, the intelligence level of a 100,000-year-old soul beast is completely equivalent to that of an adult." Zhao Wuji knew that even the Titan ape could understand what he said. In order to show enough sincerity, he didn't even activate the martial spirit. Mom, 100,000-year soul beast. Ma Hongjuan's legs were paralyzed, relying on Dai Mubai's body to prevent him from collapsing to the ground. Seeing this situation, Xiao Wu's eyes flashed, and an evil thought came to his mind. Immediately afterwards, she communicated with the other party using sign language that only the Titan ape could understand. Roar! The Titan giant ape ignored Zhao Wuji's voice and let out a powerful roar. Unsure of the Titan ape's temperament, Zhao Wuji prepared for the worst. "Qitian, Mubai, you take everyone away, I'll hold this guy back." As he spoke, 7 soul rings of yellow, purple, black, and black appeared at his feet. Facing ordinary soul beasts, he was strong enough to crush them, but in front of the Titan giant ape, he was just trash. The 7th soul skill, Martial Soul Avatar. The muscles in Zhao Wuji's body continued to expand, and even his height had grown a lot. After the Soul Master activates the Martial Soul's true form, he will transform into the Martial Soul's true body and fight. Zhao Wuji's martial spirit is the powerful Vajra bear. At this moment, his limbs have changed into bear-like characteristics, and his whole aura has greatly increased. This is also the first time Qi Tian has seen the true form of a martial spirit. There is an unwritten rule on the mainland that only soul masters who possess the true form of a martial spirit are worthy of being called strong. The martial soul's true form is the trump card of every strong man. It will not be opened easily until there is an emergency. During the period of activating the martial soul avatar, the first 6 soul skills can be released without limit. I saw that the first 6 soul rings under Zhao Wuji's feet all lit up. He unleashed all his soul skills in one go. This was a completely desperate posture. "Qi Tian, do you dare to give me a try? Let's go together. We must not leave teacher Zhao behind." Tang San said with firm eyes. Qi Tian responded, "Why not?" Next comes the main event. He had to follow Tang San closely in order to prevent him from losing the soul ring of the human-faced demon spider. It was best to stay away from the Dragon Duke and the Snake Lady. As for whether Mengyiran would explode and die due to absorbing the soul ring beyond his level, this has nothing to do with Qi Tian. You know, the reputation of the 2 people in the Baloch Kingdom is not very good. More often than not, they annexed those weaker families, and their methods were comparable to Bibi Dong's. Without any surprise, facing Zhao Wuji who was attacking with all his strength, the Titan giant ape neutralized his attack with a random punch. Moreover, because the force was too strong, Zhao Wuji was also knocked away. The first soul skill, Entanglement. Tang San immediately took action, and countless Bluesilver Grass rose from the ground, wrapping the Titan giant ape tightly. In order to prevent the Titan ape from accidentally injuring Tang San, Xiao Wu made another gesture. The 7 treasures turn out to be glass, and the 7 treasures have names. The first is strength, and the second is speed. Ning Rongrong quickly activated his martial spirit, providing boosts to Tang San, Zhao Wuji, and Qi Tian. "Fat man, you are taking everyone away, I'm staying behind to help Xiao San and the others." Dai Mubai was filled with enthusiasm, and the white tiger martial spirit emerged. Without his support, Ma Hongjuan's figure collapsed to the ground, unable to even muster the strength to speak, let alone run away. Zhu Zhuqing became eager to take action, and just when she was about to take action, Qi Tian stopped her. "The Titan ape's defense is very strong, and your attacks will have no effect. Just stay and protect Rongrong, and leave the rest to me." "Us. It is good." This was the first time Zhu Zhuqing spoke to someone other than Dai Mubai in the past few days since he entered school. Of course, Qi Tian would not rush forward stupidly. His movements seemed exaggerated, but they were just loud thunder and light rain. Children, you. Zhao Wuji was confused. In this way, once he loses, everyone will definitely die. At the same time, the Titan giant ape seemed to be conscious. When Dai Mubai rushed forward, he instantly broke free from the shackles of the Bluesilver Grass, and grabbed Dai Mubai tightly with his boulder-like palm. Mubai. Zhao Wuji was horrified and took action quickly, only this time, the Titan ape's fist increased its force. One punch actually directly shattered Zhao Wuji's martial soul avatar, and the latter's body was shot out, and he didn't know whether he was alive or dead. Teacher Zhao lost. Osco knelt on the ground, covering his head with his hands, as if he was ready to die. The Titan giant ape ignored the others and reached out to grab Ma Hongjun, who was lying limply on the ground. The roaring tiger and phoenixing brothers were thrown around in the air like little balls by the Titan ape. Mubai, Hongjun. Tang San wanted to save people, but was stopped by Qi Tian. Tang San, calm down first. The Titan ape didn't take their lives. Maybe he's tired of playing, and Dai Mubai and Ma Hongjun still have a way to survive. If you take the initiative to anger him, all of us will be buried with him. Tang San felt that what he said made sense, so he put down the Bluesilver Grass in his hand. If you have the guts, let me down. Dai Mubai felt extremely regretful. Just now, he just rushed forward just to reach the sky one step faster. But he didn't seem to know what the strength of 100,000-year soul beast was. His condition is not bad. As for Ma Hongjun. Chapter 63 Thorns Demon Vine. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Facing the pressure of the Titan ape, Ma Hongjun was already frightened to the point of confusion. This time he was caught again, and he was so frightened that he became incontinent. In addition, it was tossed around by the Titan ape, and it turned into a famous painting of the century flying in the air. Smelling the pungent smell, the Titan giant ape dropped Ma Hongjun and Dai Mubai with a look of disgust, and even did not forget to spit at them. Among the people present, the only one who can command the Titan giant ape is Xiao Wu. Dai Mubai clashed with her many times, and Ma Hongjun behaved in a vulgar manner all day long. Xiao Wu was annoyed by it, so she took this opportunity to teach them a lesson. This can be regarded as a small willfulness of strength. Just when Xiao Wu thought that the Titan giant ape would retreat, he unexpectedly rushed into the crowd on his own initiative. Without waiting for Xiao Wu to give instructions, he grabbed it and ran towards the depths of the forest. Little dance. Tang San was stunned for a while, but after he recovered, his eyes turned scarlet red, with countless bloodshot streaks suddenly appearing in his eyes. Countless hidden weapons and blue-silver grass poured down in the direction of the Titan ape. However, the Titan ape's skin was harder than ordinary steel, and Tang San's attack power wasn't even worthy of tickling him. Seeing the Titan giant ape disappear into the night, Tang San pulled Oscar up very roughly. Xiao Ao, give me your flying mushroom sausage quickly. I'm going to save Xiao Wu. After experiencing the desperate situation just now, Oscar didn't seem to have recovered yet. Tang San turned his gaze to Qi Tian and said again, Qi Tian, considering that we are from the same hometown, you come with me to save Xiao Wu. I, Tang San, owe you a favor. Even if he didn't say anything about this, Qi Tian would still follow. According to the original development of time and space, Tang San absorbed the 2,000-year-old man-faced demon spider's soul ring and obtained the 8 spider soul bones just because he went after Xiao Wu. Tang San, we are brothers. I have known Xiao Wu for 6 years, how could I ignore him? Qi Tian pretended to be serious. Tang San's eyebrows showed a hint of joy. Okay, thank you very much. Qi Tian patted Oscar on the shoulder and said, Oscar, make some flying mushroom sausages and let Tang San and I go rescue Xiao Wu. Oscar gradually came to his senses and quickly refused. No, everyone is injured. I can't let you take risks anymore. Xiao Ao. Tang San roared angrily, if you want to treat me as your classmate, don't delay me from rescuing Xiao Wu. It was also the first time for Oscar to see such an angry Tang San, and he was frightened to the point of not knowing what to do. Oscar, hurry up, I'll go with Tang San, there won't be any problem. Qi Tian advised. Oscar nodded dully, reluctantly made 6 flying mushroom sausages, and handed them all to Qitian and Tang San. Before leaving, Qi Tian warned, "Zhu Zhuqing, protect everyone. Oscar, take care of teacher Zhao and the others." After saying that, he and Tang San took the flying mushroom sausage at the same time, and their figures quickly disappeared into the night. Oscar sighed and looked at the wounded on the ground, feeling a little confused for a moment. "Oscar, go and carry teacher Zhao over first. My Qibao glazed pagoda martial spirit has certain healing abilities. Combined with your sausage, teacher Zhao will wake up soon." Ning Rongrong said quickly. As for Dai Mubai and Ma Hongjun, especially Ma Hongjun, no one would want to get close to him. The goddess has spoken, so why should Oscar disobey her? The time limit for flying mushroom intestines was only 1 minute, but at the speed of the coxcomb, Qitian and Tang San had already flown a long distance in just 3 minutes. As the effect of the last flying mushroom sausage ended, the two slowly fell to the ground. Tang San couldn't help but say something. The ghost shadow started to follow under his feet and he wanted to chase it again. "Tang San, wait a minute." Qitian stopped him. "Qitian, every second we delay, Xiao Wu will be in more danger." Tang San said anxiously. Qi Tian shook his head, pointed at the 1,400-year-old thorn demon vine beside him, and said, "Tang San, I know you are in a hurry, but please don't be anxious yet. The strength of the Titan ape is extraordinary. If you can do it now, if you don't have the strength to face it, you will definitely get no benefit. How about this, you first absorb the soul ring of this thorn demon vine to enhance your own strength. Later, I will go with you to find Xiao Wu." Tang San gradually calmed down, thought for a moment, and agreed with Qi Tian's idea. 100,000 years ago, plant spirit beasts could not move their bodies on their own initiative. Therefore, with the joint efforts of Tang San and Qi Tian, this thorn demon vine was quickly broken at the waist. Tang San didn't hesitate. He sat cross-legged almost at the moment the spirit ring appeared, and pulled the spirit ring to land on his martial spirit. Qi Tian was also a little nervous. What if Tang San lost the 8 spider soul bones and got a better soul bone instead? Of course, Tang San had already done what he had to do to make Tang San miss the 8 spider soul bones. Next, he should also consider leaving the Star Dough Forest. No matter what, if Tang San is really lucky, then I'll take the blame. Thinking of this, Qitian picked a few broad leaves and hid Tang San's figure among them. Then, he ran quickly towards the exit of the forest. On the way, the system panel appeared in his mind. Trigger event, choose 1, enroll in Tiandou Royal Academy, and be rewarded with a comprehensive summary of the Intermediate Soul Master Academy courses. Option 2, enroll in Kamikaze Academy, and be rewarded with a comprehensive summary of the Intermediate Soul Master Academy courses. Option 3, continue to stay in Shrek Academy and be rewarded with the Ultimate Dog-Licking Self-Cultivation Manual. The third option is eliminated directly. As for the first 2 options, Qi Tian's goal is very clear. He will not make it difficult for Xiao Zhan. It was dawn in a blink of an eye. After Zhao Wuji woke up and learned what happened next, he felt extremely confused. In order to quickly find Qi Tian and others, he did not care about his injuries. As for Dai Mubai and Ma Hongjun, they are still lying dead. Looking at the stains on Ma Hongjun's clothes, Zhao Wuji said with disdain, "What on earth did this guy do? Oscar, wake them both up." After receiving the death order, Oscar had no choice but to do it. Finally, after the two woke up, under the leadership of Zhao Wuji, they chased Qi Tian and Tang San in the direction they left. Along the way, everyone was very anxious and did not pay attention to Ma Hongjun's condition. Not long after, Zhao Wuji sensed Tang San's aura, and after lifting the leaves covering Qi Tian's body, Tang San, who was absorbing the soul ring, suddenly appeared in their eyes. Zhao Wuji finally breathed a sigh of relief. "Fortunately, I found one." As for Qi Tian's figure, he did not notice it. The latter's whereabouts can only be determined after Tang San finishes absorbing the spirit ring. Seeing the corpse of the thorn demon vine beside him, Zhao Wuji nodded with satisfaction. "Everyone rest where you are and protect Tang San first." Not long after, Xiao Wu's voice came from behind everyone. "Everyone is here, what's wrong with third brother?" Chapter 64 Yu Xiaogang is here. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Wu. Zhao Wuji was surprised and happy. Xiao Wu, are you okay? Ning Rongrong stepped forward and asked. I'm fine. Not long ago, there was a cow roar in the forest, and the Titan ape seemed to be frightened. Xiao Wu said a lot, but her reasons did not change. Moreover, she has not only broken through level 30, but has also absorbed a suitable soul ring. For transformed soul beasts, the cultivation speed before level 70 is very fast, that is to say, during those few years of not in college, Xiao Wu was too playful. Otherwise, her current soul power level would probably not be inferior to Qi Tian's. Looking at Tang San who was absorbing the spirit ring, Xiao Wu said excitedly, this is a 1,400-year-old thorn demon vine, very suitable for third brother. Unexpectedly, the third brother actually realized that plant-type soul masters should absorb plant-type soul rings. She added silently, apparently she was puzzled and dissatisfied with Tang San's previous absorption of animal spirit rings. Xiao Wu, have you seen Qi Tian? Zhao Wuji asked quickly. Xiao Wu was a little confused. She was captured by the Titan ape, so how could she know where Qi Tian was? Xiao Wu is like this. Xiao San and Qi Tian set out together to find you. Now we only found Xiao San and not him. Oscar added. Xiao Wu shook her head. No, I didn't meet him when I came back. Zhao Wuji sighed. After facing the Titan giant ape, it was quite good that their team could still tour with so many people. As for Qi Tian, if he really can't find it before leaving the forest, he can only wait until he returns to the academy and then come back with Flender to look for him. Tang San's process of absorbing the spirit ring was very smooth, and there was no situation like the original time and space. At the same time, Qi Tian once again received a reminder from the God of War system in his mind. Complete the event, causing Tang San to miss the 8 spider soul bones, and he will be rewarded with a doctor's manual. Looking at the manual that appeared out of thin air in his hand, Qi Tian was surprised and happy. You know, there are very few people who are engaged in the profession of doctors on Douluo Continent. As long as he studies this manual thoroughly, wouldn't he also be able to become a doctor? Of course, Qi Tian also has certain medical skills. In my previous life, when I was studying at the Institute of Physical Education, a series of subjects such as sports and human body science were equivalent to medical subjects. The most important thing is that people who understand medicine basically understand poison. Xiao Zhasan's poison should not be underestimated. If you learn all the contents in the doctor's manual provided by the system, it will be much easier to deal with Tang San's poison in the future. Looking at the forest exit just around the corner, he quickly rushed towards Tiandou City without hesitation. After absorbing the spirit ring, Tang San let out a breath of turbid air. As soon as he opened his eyes, he saw the crowd surrounding him. Teacher Zhao, and everyone, why are you here? Third brother, are you finally awake? Xiao Wu jumped into Tang San's arms. Xiao Wu, you're okay. Tang San's pupils shrank, with indescribable joy in his eyes. Zhao Wuji couldn't help but interrupt the ambiguity and asked, Ahem, Tang San. Qi Tian came out with you, where did the others go? Ah. Tang San looked around and found no trace of the other party. Teacher Zhao, after Qi Tian and I hunted this soul beast, we directly entered a meditative state. Qi Tian should be protecting me, but why are others missing? Zhao Wuji frowned. You guys clean up first, let's look around and maybe we can find traces of him. When Qi Tian left, he always walked on tree trunks. In addition, he was extremely familiar with this forest, so Zhao Wuji and others did not notice anything unusual. Sighing and looking at the noon sun, Zhao Wuji said helplessly, let's go back to the academy first. Speed up the road a little. Maybe we can get back to the academy when it gets dark. What about Qi Tian? Ning Rongrong asked anxiously. When Qi Tian left, he didn't tell her anything. I didn't expect that this farewell would actually, Zhao Wuji explained. Rongrong, don't worry. After sending you back to the academy, I will go to the forest with the dean early tomorrow morning to search. I hope he is not lost. On the way back, they saw the corpse of a 2,000-year-old man-faced demon spider. There are no other traces around. It seems that the person who killed this guy did not stay here for a long time. When passing by the corpse, Tang San felt a sense of loss for no reason, as if there was an ulterior secret between the man-faced demon spider and him. After thinking of Xiao Wu who was lost and found, the feeling of loss quickly disappeared. Tang San didn't care, just thinking it was caused by overwork. In front of Shrek Academy, Flanders greeted Yu Xiaogang happily. Huh, Xiaogang, I didn't expect that after so many years, we would have the chance to meet again. Yu Xiaogang threw the baggage to Flanders and walked towards Shrek Academy. He explained in a neutral tone, I came here this time for my mistress. Where is he now? Flanders held his package, without any displeasure in his eyes. Xiaogang, Tang San has exceeded level 30. Yesterday I asked the teacher from the academy to take him to hunt for souls. It seems that Xiao San has not slacked off during this period. Very good. He is worthy of being my disciple of Yu Xiaogang. Yu Xiaogang's eyes flashed with a trace of pride and pride. Flanders smiled and welcomed him to the dean's office. Yu Xiaogang quickly expressed his thoughts. He was not here to eat and drink, but for Tang San and would help Flanders educate these little monsters. The two communicated briefly for a while, and Yu Xiaogang laughed and said, I didn't expect Qi Tian to come too. It seems that he has lived up to my request. Flanders slapped his forehead and said, that's it. I didn't expect that he also got help from you. Yu Xiaogang agreed with a smile. In his heart, since Qi Tian came to Shrek Academy, he would definitely be accepted as his disciple. It's not an exaggeration to say this. Just when he and Yu Xiaogang were chatting happily, Li Yusong came over. Old Li, you're here just in time. Let me introduce you. This is the master and my partner back then. In the future, he will also be our teacher at Shrek Academy. Flanders introduced. Li Yusong was not interested in Yu Xiaogang, a great soul master. He said casually and turned his eyes to Flanders again, Dean, someone asked the postman to deliver a letter to you, and I brought it to you. Throwing the letter on the desk, Li Yusong turned around and left the dean's office. Yu Xiaogang was very dissatisfied with his attitude and said angrily, who is this older teacher? He is more powerful than you, the dean. Flanders waved his hand and explained, Xiaogang, don't take it to heart, Lao Li is like this. You will understand after you and him get to know each other. With that said, he immediately opened the letter. Chapter 65 Yu Xiaogang angrily scolds Zhao Wuji. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The letter in Flanders' hand was specially written by Qi Tian when he decided to join Shrek Academy. And asked the postman to deliver the letter this evening. This was a withdrawal letter. Qi Tian stated in the letter that Shrek Academy's teaching philosophy was inconsistent with his ideas and that he had left on his own after the soul hunting was over. This. Fland, what's wrong? Yu Xiaogang was puzzled. Flanders sighed and handed the letter to Yu Xiaogang. After Yu Xiaogang looked at it, his eyes showed confusion and unwillingness. How can such a nice person leave so easily? Xiaogang, when I invited him, I just said that he would come to our Shrek Academy to try out the courses for a few days. Since he chose to leave on his own initiative, let him leave. Although Flanders was unwilling to do so, with Qi Tian's style, since the letter could be in his hands, it proved that the other party had already left Tiandou City and even gone further. Even if I pursue it now, I don't know where to start. Shrek Academy has now gathered 7 team members, which is enough to participate in the Soul Master competition. Including Qi Tian, there are 8 people in the team, and 1 person must be a substitute. Qi Tian and Dai Mubai definitely cannot be substitutes. They are very strong and will only be the main force. Tang San and Xiao Wu are one and the same, and their cooperation is extremely tacit. Zhu Zhuqing is not only Dai Mubai's fiancé, but also the only agility attack type spirit master in the team, and is unlikely to be a substitute. Moreover, based on his understanding of Yu Xiaogang, in order to pursue the ultimate team configuration, he will definitely choose a double auxiliary formation. When the time comes, his disciple Ma Hongjun will 100% be the substitute. Not only Ma Hongjun couldn't accept such a result, even he, a teacher, couldn't accept it. Qi Tian chose to leave voluntarily. There were exactly 7 people in the team, so there was no such dispute. Qi Tian's departure will weaken Shrek's team to a certain extent, but compared to fighting for the position of the starting player and causing internal strife in the team, this result is not unacceptable to him, but Yu Xiaogang quit. How could he bear it that his good disciple Qi Tian would choose to leave the academy because of Flanders' backward teaching style? Fland, what's going on in your Shrek Academy that you can't even retain a single student? How do you want me to teach in a situation like yours? Yu Xiaogang asked loudly. The sudden accusation made Flanders a little confused. Xiaogang, why are you so angry? Gold always shines. Even if Qi Tian went to another high-level Soul Master Academy, isn't that the credit of you as the Enlightenment teacher? In his eyes, Qi Tian is Yu Xiaogang's student. As for whether he has reached the point of becoming a disciple, he is not sure yet, but Yu Xiaogang knows it well. While at Notting College, Tang San and he had invited Qi Tian to attend his classes many times, but Qi Tian declined for various reasons. If you insist on calling him your student, I'm afraid he will be ridiculed by everyone in the world. Just when Yu Xiaogang was about to have an attack, Zhao Wuji rushed into the office panting. Old Zhao, are you back so soon? Flanders turned around and said with a smile. Zhao Wuji breathed a long sigh of relief and said, Dean, that's what happened to us this time. In order to protect Tang San from absorbing the spirit ring, Qi Tian probably lost his way while fighting the spirit beast. Flanders asked, you mean, Qi Tian probably left at night? Leave? Zhao Wuji shook his head. Dean, he is missing. Flanders smiled bitterly. It seems that he has already decided. Putting the letter into Zhao Wuji's hands, the latter understood the situation clearly. Zhao Wuji felt very regretful. Such a genius would leave as soon as he said he wanted to leave. If only he could stay at Shrek Academy. That while sighing, he saw Yu Xiaogang, an outsider, and asked, Dean, who is this? Old Zhao, let me introduce you. Before Flender could finish speaking, Yu Xiaojiang's eyes were fixed on Zhao Wuji. Just now, Zhao Wuji's speech indicated the type of soul ring Tang San obtained. You're saying that Xiao San's third soul ring comes from a 1,400-year-old thorn demon vine? Yes. Zhao Wuji nodded. Yu Xiaogang immediately became furious. Who chose this soul ring for Xiao San? Among the third soul ring choices I decided for Xiao San, I would never consider absorbing a soul ring like the thorn devil vine. Who dares to delay this? Mistress. Old Zhao, what's going on? Flanders asked, frowning slightly. Flanders was originally a civilian soul master, and most of the soul master theories he mastered were taught to him by Yu Xiaogang. Therefore, in terms of soul master theory, he has absolute trust in Yu Xiaogang. Zhao Wuji was also very aggrieved. When he found Tang San, the latter was already absorbing the spirit ring. Besides, the thorn demon vine was not only a plant spirit beast, but also had the right age, so there was no reason for him to forcefully interrupt Tang San's process of absorbing the spirit ring. You must know that the process of soul ring absorption cannot be easily interrupted unless there is an emergency. Once interrupted, it will at least affect the talent of the person being interrupted, making it difficult to progress in future cultivation. In more serious cases, the person who is interrupted will become dementia or even die directly. Yu Xiaogang was not satisfied with Zhao Wuji's explanation. He pointed at Zhao Wuji and cursed, Flanders, is this the teacher you hired? If he has such qualities, how can he teach the students well? Xiao San, in the future, if your cultivation is delayed due to the influence of this third soul ring, can you bear the responsibility? Old Zhao, you are too careless this time. From today on, you must study the theory of soul masters carefully. From now on, I will conduct random checks on you every month. Both sides are his brothers. The main purpose of Flanders' move is to reduce big problems to small ones. Zhao Wuji knew what Flanders had decided, and he couldn't change it. However, isn't it natural for a plant-type soul master to absorb plant-type soul rings? Moreover, the soul ring provided by the thorn magic vine not only takes into account control, but also has sharp spikes that can cause damage to the enemy. This type of soul skill is very suitable for Tang San no matter how you look at it. after leaving the dean's office, Zhao Wuji returned to his dormitory and looked at the theory of soul masters helplessly. Flanders acted as a peacemaker. Xiaogang, you calm down first, or you go to Tang San to ask about the situation. If he feels any discomfort, we will find other ways to remedy it. In Tang San's dormitory. Mistress, I'm going out for a while and will come back later. Oscar left the dormitory briskly. Tang San shook his head and did not follow. Dai Mubai invited them to Soto City tonight to prepare for a celebration banquet. Recalling the scene of Ma Hongjun flying freely, Tang San and others also lost their appetite. It was only because Oscar's relationship with the two of them was strong enough that he chose to go and support them. Chapter 66 Qi Tian is a good villain. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Bang bang, there was a knock on the door of the dormitory. Xiao Ao, you must have left something behind again. Tang San sneered, got up from the bed, and opened the door. The moment the door opened, Tang San said excitedly, Teacher, you are here. Yu Xiaogang's face was slightly gloomy, and he calmly walked to the desk and sat down. This was the first time Tang San saw Yu Xiaogang's expression like this, and he quickly asked, Teacher, what happened? Yu Xiaogang frowned and said, Xiao San, didn't I tell you that the best soul beast for your third soul ring is a spider? Why did you choose the thorn demon vine, a plant like this? Soul-like ring, did Zhao Wuji ask you to do this? Tang San was stunned. He didn't expect it to be this reason. He explained, Teacher, my third soul skill is called thorn binding, which is a powerful control soul skill. Moreover, there are spikes of thorn magic vines on my Bluesilver Grass. We just tested it, even if Mubai, when affected by the spikes, was unable to break free immediately. If you forcefully break free, not only will you be injured, but my Bluesilver Grass spores will also be left on the wound. Use it in conjunction with the second soul skill to firmly restrict the opponent's movements in a short period of time. Of course, against soul masters with slightly stronger defenses, these spikes would have no effect. In the previous test, Dai Mubai didn't think of a countermeasure right away, so he was delayed for a while. Tang San had thought about this issue. But their opponents didn't know the effects of his soul skills. Being able to delay the other party's thinking time for a moment is already very good. Bang! Yu Xiaogang slammed the table and said angrily, Xiao San, you are just messing around. Do you know that the spider soul ring obtained by your third soul skill will strengthen the poison of your first soul skill? The paralysis effect is the real thing. What's the use of barbs? If the poison effect can directly poison the opponent, it is certainly very powerful. But as for Tang San's first soul skill, even if it absorbs poisonous snakes like the bamboo leaf cobra, it only has a paralyzing effect when facing opponents with stronger physiques. When dealing with Xiao Qinyu, it was only because of his weak body and strong sense of suffocation that such serious effects occurred. As the level increases, his first soul skill, apart from the entanglement effect, has a little effect, and the poison is almost negligible. According to Yu Xiaogang's request, he obtained the poisonous third soul skill, which is indeed useful at the soul master level. But what about the soul sect? If we want to maintain the toxin advantage, wouldn't all future soul rings have to absorb this soul skill? Not to mention that Lan Yinchao is afraid of fire and ice. If he encounters a soul master who is immune to poison, he will be tightly restrained. All of this was naturally unimaginable based on Tang San's current experience. Facing Yu Xiaogang's criticism, he lowered his head and did not dare to say a word. Yu Xiaogang didn't dare to say too many outrageous words. If his idol knew about it, it would be somewhat troublesome. Thinking of this, Yu Xiaogang planned to divert the blame, and asked again, Xiao San, did Zhao Wuji help you choose your third soul ring? Tang San shook his head and explained, Teacher, it's like this. At that time, Qi Tian and I were chasing Xiao Wu. After the effect of Oscar's soul skill ended, in order to rescue Xiao Wu faster, Qi Tian and I discussed, absorbing the soul ring of the thorn demon vine. Yu Xiaogang's words made it clear that he had the intention of raising an army to investigate. Now that Qi Tian has disappeared, Tang San believed that the reason for Qi Tian's disappearance was related to him, so he did not tell the truth. Xiao San, you were deceived by him. Yu Xiaogang concluded. Tang San was puzzled. Teacher, when I absorbed the spirit ring, Qi Tian protected me. It was very likely that he was attacked by a spirit beast in the middle. He didn't want to drag me down, so I got lost in the Star Dough forest. How could he lie to me? Woolen cloth. Hearing this, Yu Xiaogang seemed to understand what was going on. He slammed the table and said angrily, Xiao San, it seems that you were deceived by him. He didn't help you protect the law at all. I was with Flender just now at that time. I received a letter from him. He had no intention of staying at Shrek Academy. In fact, others have already left Tiandou City. Teacher, this Tang San's eyes widened, somewhat unbelievable, Yu Xiaogang added jealously. Now it seems that he knew he was leaving, so he decided to lie to you once before leaving. Letting you absorb the soul ring of the thorn demon vine is equivalent to weakening your strength in disguise. In the future, if you spar with him again, his chances of winning against you will be much higher. Hey, if only I could have arrived a little earlier, so that he wouldn't succeed. Hearing these words, Tang San fell into self-doubt. Is the third soul ring of the thorn demon vine really useless? This is quite simple. Dai Mubai's behavior was not just an act, moreover, he had no choice but to replace his third soul skill with a spider soul ring. He couldn't tell which of the two soul skills was stronger or weaker. He has believed in Yu Xiaogang since he was a child, but this time, he hesitated. Yu Xiaogang couldn't let the seeds of doubt be planted in Tang San's heart. He added, Xiao San, have you ever thought about where Qi Tian will go after leaving Shrek Academy? Tang San thought for a while and said, with his strength, there is a high probability that he will go to the Advanced Soul Master Academy. Yu Xiaogang smiled, that's right. The purpose of my coming to Shrek Academy this time is to lead you to participate in the elite competition of the continent's Advanced Soul Master Colleges in a few years. This kind of feast can only be participated in by Advanced Soul Master Colleges. Since Qi Tian is not planning to join Shrek Academy, he has probably figured out your details in the few days since he came here. Destroying your third soul ring will undoubtedly weaken the overall strength of Shrek Academy. He wanted to join other high-level Soul Master Academies from the beginning. So what he did, can it be understood that he got your information and thought that it would be difficult for his future team to defeat you? So he came up with this strategy to let your the third soul skill be abolished so that their team can gain an advantage. Qi Tian is a complete villain. It's a shame that I wanted to accept him as my disciple. Yu Xiaogang's analysis was comprehensive, and this time, Tang San had no doubt that it was fake. Damn it, I didn't expect him to hide it so deeply. He destroyed my soul ring and wanted me to owe him a favor. How can there be such a good thing in the world? Teacher, don't worry, I will definitely defeat him in the future. Yu Xiaogang showed a satisfied smile. Mistress, you must keep your eyes open. What this kind of villain is best at is sowing discord. If I guess correctly, there should have been conflicts among your classmates. There was no need to guess about this matter. Flender had already informed him and asked him to find a way to resolve the conflicts among the students, but Tang San didn't know, thinking that his teacher analyzed it with great wisdom. Teacher, you are right. Before Qitian came, the atmosphere in our team had always been very good. After he came, Rongrong had a conflict with Mubai, and Xiao Wu was also involved. Chapter 67 Remarks on the Launch. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time flies by and before we know it, it's a new year. This book was released at the end of the year, and it has been officially on the shelves today for exactly 1 month. Choosing to put it on the shelves during the Chinese New Year, the author also wanted to enjoy the joy of the new year. I originally planned to start earning tens of thousands of dollars immediately after it was put on the shelves, but during the Chinese New Year, the author also had to visit relatives and could not go home until very late every day. If it takes 10,000 days, there will be no time to write. Therefore, after the new year, the author will immediately start to enter the state and continue for a period of time. In addition, all readers please vote monthly. The author will make additional updates in the future based on monthly ticket sales. Readers who like this book, please continue to follow it. The author has completed an old book with 1 million words, and his character is guaranteed. Finally, I wish all readers a prosperous career, abundant financial resources, a prosperous life. And a happy and harmonious family in the new year. Chapter 68 Tiandou City, please subscribe and vote monthly. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Regarding Tang San's words, Yu Xiaogang immediately said, "Xiao San, since I'm here, I will definitely handle the atmosphere in the team, you can rest assured. And, with your talent, you are more than enough to lead the Shrek team. No matter what, you must unite your classmates and take the lead." Tang San nodded solemnly, "Teacher, don't worry." After pausing for a moment, thinking of what happened in the forest, he couldn't help but ask, "Teacher, there seems to be some problem with my martial spirit. I would like to ask you for advice." "What's the problem?" Yu Xiaogang asked subconsciously. Tang San walked to the door, opened it, and the Bluesilver Grass spirit suddenly appeared in his palm. The next second, he waved his hand casually, and without the soul ring lighting up, he directly released the entanglement soul skill. Bluesilver Grass moved quickly on the ground, until it completely enveloped a tree not far away, and Tang San stopped. "Xiao San, why did you release the first soul skill?" Yu Xiaogang didn't notice the situation of the soul ring and asked directly. "Teacher, when I released the entanglement just now, I did not use the first soul ring, but succeeded with a wave of my hand. Could it be that this is the inherent ability of my Bluesilver Grass?" That Yu Xiaogang didn't speak in a hurry, and thought rapidly in his mind. Facing Tang San's doubt again, he had to break the doubt. However, the situation before him was really unbelievable to him, and he had no idea what it was. If it was a self-imposed ability, you wouldn't have discovered it until now. Something must have happened. "Xiao San, please think carefully." Tang San suddenly realized, "Teacher, I only achieved this when I broke through to level 30 soul power." Yu Xiaogang's brain was running rapidly, and he quickly gave a reasonable explanation. "Xiao San, this should be a self-created soul skill. I once heard that the 7-killing sword titled Douluo can defeat the enemy without relying on soul rings. Under certain circumstances, use soul skills that have similar effects to soul rings. The reason why you broke through to level 30 is probably because the shackles of training of the Bluesilver Grass martial spirit were lifted, and also because you have released your first soul skill many times. After you became proficient, you gradually evolved into your own soul skill. It's my fault. The Bluesilver Grass soul masters on the mainland have never broken through level 30, so I didn't study the samples. I didn't expect that, Xiao San, you gave me a big surprise." Needless to say, after leaving, Yu Xiaogang will definitely add this theory to his top 10 core competitiveness of Wuhun. To be precise, it should be the 11th core competitiveness of Wuhun now. Regarding the matter of self-created soul skills, Tang San had heard Yu Xiaogang talk about it many times. You must know that the power of self-created soul skills will increase as the soul master's strength increases. Doesn't it mean that after he becomes a titled Douluo, his entanglement will still be useful to the titled Douluo? Thinking of this, Tang San looked at Yu Xiaogang with even more admiration. Yu Xiaogang said calmly, "Xiao San, the only pity is that your self-created soul skills do not inherit the effects of any soul skills. Therefore, they are only bound by the physical level. In the future, your Bluesilver Grass will need to increase its own strength. That's all." "Teacher, I understand. Tiandou City is thousands of miles away from Sodo City. Even if Qi Tian took a carriage and didn't stop for a moment on the way, it still took him half a month to arrive." The coachman opened the curtain and said, "Dear guest, I can only take you here. You can see the rest of the way. If a carriage that is not from Tiandou City wants to enter the city, it will be charged an entry fee. In other cities, the identity of a soul master relying on Qitian may be directly issued, but this is not the case in Tiandou City in the near future. Anyone who wants to enter the city, apart from soul masters who are free of charge, ordinary people have to pay a fee, even if they have soul master friends, because 2 days later, it will be the day when all soul master academies across the continent open registration. There are many academies in Tiandou City, and a lot of people come to register. In order to control the number of people entering the city, Tiandou City implemented such a strict charging system. The coachman earned a total of 20 gold soul coins from this trip, and Qi Tian did not embarrass him. After paying the fare, He entered Tiandou City by virtue of his status as a soul master. You must know that the element city where the 5 major element academies are located is actually a city within the city of Tiandou City. Together with Lan Ba Academy and some intermediate and junior soul master academies, there are quite a lot of people signing up here. The hotels in Tiandou City are not only ridiculously expensive, but even rooms may not be available. Most parents choose to bring their own tents and sleep in open spaces in the city at night. Any parent hopes that his son will become a dragon and his daughter will become a phoenix. Even Douluo is no exception. Qi Tian sighed and planned to explore the location of Tiandou Royal Academy in the city first, and then consider the issue of accommodation. In front of the Spirit Temple in Tiandou City, Qi Tian brought his Soul Master's handbook and came here to receive his Soul Master reward. After queuing for a while, it was finally his turn. Take out your Soul Master's handbook. The deacon of Wuhun Palace stretched out his hand and said arrogantly, the Wuhun Temple is a second-level Wuhun Temple, and the deacons who can serve here have extraordinary backgrounds. Qi Tian didn't bother to argue and said calmly, I have broken through level 31. I need to take the Soul Power test first and then receive this month's Soul Master subsidy. This Soul Master's handbook was reprocessed by Qi Tian in Soto City in the name of reissue. Among them, his age column is a few years older than his actual age. After all, he is taller and bullier than his peers. It is not surprising that he is 18 years old. After receiving 100 gold soul coins, Qi Tian entered a nearby tea house and inquired about the location of Tiandou Royal Academy. The tea house owner reminded, Tiandou Royal Academy only accepts disciples of nobles and officials from the empire. If you don't meet these conditions, don't go. The original Tiandou Royal Academy recruited civilian soul masters, but as time went by, this rule was slowly banned. Qi Tian smiled and said, it's not something that the shopkeeper has to worry about. Please tell me the location of Tiandou Royal Academy. With that said, 10 gold soul coins were pushed in front of the shopkeeper. If you meet the conditions for admission to Tiandou Royal Academy on the outskirts of the city, you can go there now. The enrollment period there is different from other academies. It started half a month ago and lasts until the end of this month. There was some respect in the tone of the tea house owner, considering that the nobles come from all directions and the journey is too long. Starting from last year, at the suggestion of His Royal Highness, the registration time was changed to 1 month. It can be seen that the shopkeeper respects the Prince Xueqinghe very much. After receiving the exact news, Qi Tian changed into a gorgeous outfit in the city and then rushed towards the direction of Tiandou Royal Academy. He didn't want to cause unnecessary trouble because of clothing issues. Moreover, by studying at Tiandou Royal Academy, you can get a certain amount of royal subsidies every month, and you can get back the money you spend on clothes very quickly. Chapter 69, Admission to Tiandou Royal Academy. Please subscribe, please monthly ticket. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tiandou Royal Academy is located in a mountainous area on the outskirts of Tiandou City. The mountains are surrounded by mountains, and a huge lake is located between the mountains. After climbing over a mountain peak, a large number of buildings appeared in Qitian's sight. Looking from a distance, the buildings of Tiandou Royal Academy are filled with water mist, making them look like a fairyland on earth. Qi Tian couldn't help but say, living in such a humid environment every day, I'm afraid only a soul master can bear it. An ordinary person would have contracted rheumatism long ago. Qi Tian did not waste the time on the road. He had already taken a rough look at the doctor's manual provided by the system. Among them, there is an introduction to rheumatic diseases. Soul masters have soul power to protect their bodies, so it is difficult for them to contract diseases. Even if they are seriously injured, they don't have to worry about wound infection. Without thinking any more, he quickly arrived at the foot of the Tiandou Royal Academy. Here, a temporary building was erected with a banner reading Welcome New Students. Perhaps because of the 1-month registration period, there were very few people registering here at the same time, and there was no need to even queue. Seeing Qi Tian's attire, the teacher in charge of registration received him warmly. This classmate, are you here to register? Qitian nodded. Please show your family's token or letter of recommendation. The teacher continued. Qi Tian took out the recommendation letter written by Xiao Zhan from his arms and handed it into the teacher's hands. The teacher did not open it, but handed it to another middle-aged teacher. and she asked about Qitian's condition. "Hello, classmate, I am a teacher from Tiandou Royal Academy, you can call me Teacher Huang. Our Tiandou Royal Academy is divided into 3 classes. Those whose soul power is lower than level 25 will be assigned to Tianwei class. Among them, level 25 to level 30 are Tianji level students, and level 30 and above are all Tiandou level students. You report your soul power level, and I will handle the corresponding admission procedures for you." In Qi Tian's impression, most of the Tiandou Royal Academy is composed of playboys, and they are all Tianwei level students. The rules of the Advanced Soul Master Academy are that when you reach the age of 30, you will automatically graduate. These dandy boys only have ghosts when they reach level 30, it can be said that there are not even enough Tiandou level students to form a class. Even if the number is reached, there are many dandy boys in their 20s who will not come to class. Before Qi Tian could speak, the middle-aged teacher who had read the letter of introduction stood up and said, "I am Sun Buyu, the head teacher of Tianji level, and you are Qi Tian, a disciple of Lord Zhao's family. I wonder if your strength has reached 20. Level 5? Qi Tian could tell that he was planning to rob someone. With Xiao Zhan's influence, he would definitely not be taken seriously by Sun Buyu. It was most likely that Xiao Zhan boasted about his talent in the letter. Qi Tian shook his head. "Sorry, Teacher Sun, I can't go to your class." Sun Buyu's face changed slightly, and he sneered, "These nobles, big and small, know how to argue, huh, here they all have their fucking secrets exposed." Huang Min's was still smiling. She was the head teacher of Tianwei's class. She saw that Qi Tian was also a good match, so she decided to include him in her class. "Classmate, don't be discouraged. As long as you practice hard, you will definitely be able to join Teacher Sun's class. Since you are a Tianwei level student, why not come to my class?" Qi Tian shook his head again. "No, I didn't say that I was a Tianwei level student. I rejected Teacher Sun before just because my strength made me unsuitable to stay in his class." "Are you a Tiandou level student?" Sun Buyu and Huang Min said in unison. Sun Buyu still didn't believe it, but thinking about Xiao Zhan's words in the letter, at first glance, it didn't seem like an exaggeration. "Let me see your soul ring." Sun Buyu said quickly. Qi Tian did not hide it, and 3 yellow, purple and purple soul rings appeared at his feet. Huang Min was so surprised that she had never seen the second purple soul ring before. Sun Buyu was relatively calm, but his face was full of bitterness. "It seems that we can only give Qin Ming an advantage." That if Qi Tianzhao had enrolled for a period of time, obtained a 3rd soul ring, and then been promoted to a Tiandou level student, Sun Buyu would have received a huge reward. It's a pity that if there is no if, he has no reason not to admit such a talented student. "Teacher Huang, you take Qi Tian to the college to choose a dormitory first. Later, you will report to the 3 education committee members and let them make arrangements for Qi Tian." Sun Buyu arranged. Qi Tian's talent is not weak, and he can definitely be placed in the academy's team. But whether he joins the first team as a substitute or joins the second team as a starter is not something he can decide. On the stairs going up the mountain, Qi Tian could see from time to time students in gorgeous clothes walking down the mountain in 2s and 3s. Many of them wanted to say hello to the new student Qi Tian, but Huang Min scolded them back. "Qitian, I don't know if it is right or wrong for you to come to Tiandou Royal Academy. You are also a child of an official family, so you should understand. There are many people who have fallen down and come here to hang out." Huang Min sighed. She had heard that during the time when Tiandou Royal Academy was recruiting civilian students, there was still an enterprising atmosphere in the academy. Ever since it refused to admit civilian students, the academy has been occupied by noble children, and the cultivation atmosphere has become increasingly bad. As the Tianwei class teacher, her class not only has a large number of people, but also has many dandy children. When class arrived, there were only a few people in the huge classroom. Qi Tian chuckled and responded, "You emerge from the mud without being stained, and you wash through the pure ripples without being demonic. Environmental factors are not the decisive factor." Didn't the teams from Tiandou Royal Academy still achieve good results in the Soul Master competition in previous years? That the purpose of Qi Tian's coming here is also very simple. It doesn't matter if you dandy boys don't practice. I will take all the resources allocated to you by the academy. Moreover, there is no such thing as a queue at the mimicry training ground of Tiandou Royal Academy. With such good material conditions, any idiot could become a genius. It's no wonder that Qin Ming later wanted to bring Shrek Academy here. Huang Min smiled bitterly. At my age, I haven't lived as well as a young man like you. That's right, you must be extraordinary for being able to become a soul master at such an age. However, what I say next may be a bit. It's not conducive to unity, so you have to listen selectively. The first team of Tiandou Royal Academy is made up of children of great nobles. It is difficult for you to integrate into them. If you become a substitute, you will most likely not have a chance to play. As for the second team, if you want to make it, you must be prepared to fight alone. After Huang Min finished speaking, his previous smile returned to his face. Qitian thought for a while and silently remembered these words in his heart. Huang Min is only the lowest level teacher, and her strength is not even as good as Yu Xiaogang. Things that even she knew were basically correct. Qi Tian was not discouraged and first obtained the training resources of Tiandou Royal Academy. As for other things, wait until you have a firm foothold here before considering them. Chapter 73 Education Committee Members. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The dormitory for Tiandou level students is a spacious double room. Only members of the first team are eligible to live in a single-family villa. According to Huang Min, Qitian's roommate is the son of a governor. Now I am 28 years old. Half a year ago, I went home to take care of my business. As for his student status at Tiandou Royal Academy, he will temporarily retain it until he graduates automatically at the age of 30. When talking about this roommate, Huang Min couldn't help but sigh. He has good talent, and he was originally qualified to participate in the first Soul Master competition. However, his stepmother acted like a monster, and in the end, in order to preserve the family industry, I could choose to go home for a while, so I missed the Soul Master competition. But the good times did not last long. Now his father is seriously ill. As the eldest son, he must shoulder the important responsibilities of the family. If you have the opportunity to meet him, maybe you can ask him some questions about cultivation. He is still very enthusiastic, and he is not a playboy. Qitian's previous request was that he wanted a spacious room that was quiet enough. Now that he has chosen a dormitory where his roommates will never come back, Qi Tian is naturally impeccable. Thank you, Teacher Huang. I'm very satisfied here. Let's live here. As for the mysterious noble roommate, he didn't care. Huang Min nodded, and when she saw the soul guide on Qitian's wrist, she no longer worried about it. I will handle the rest of the admission procedures for you. Qi Tian, you tidy up the room first and don't leave for the time being. The 3 education committee members should summon you later. The dean of Tiandou Royal Academy is Shui, and Xuexing, as his biological brother, manages the affairs of the academy for him. However, Xuexing is a prince who is indifferent to worldly affairs, and the work of the college is fully handled by the 3 education committee members. If we have a good relationship with the 3 education committee members, wouldn't there be many benefits in the future? Coming here, Qitian decided not to hide his clumsiness anymore. Sometimes, showing off your edge isn't a bad thing. At least, with his second purple soul ring and his impressive cultivation talent, he will definitely be favored by the 3 education committee members. You know, his current strength is much stronger than Tang San in the original time and space. After Huang Min left the dormitory area, he quickly rushed to the education committee office. After Meng Xinji learned the news, he loudly said, Teacher Huang, are you really sure? Chief Meng Xinji, I saw his soul ring with my own eyes. And, according to Teacher Sun Buyu's speculation, he is no more than 16 years old. Huang Min reported truthfully. Chief, if the situation is true, we have found a treasure this time. The joy on Bai Baoshan's face was beyond words. The royal family allocates countless funds to the college every year, but the result is that it teaches trash. For this reason, they were often criticized by the royal family. But this is due to the rules. Even if they want to change, it will not help. Now, since a genius comes to his door, when the year is over, he can also submit a good answer to the royal family. Whether he is a genius or not depends on his age. Jilin, I will leave this matter to you. Meng Xinji arranged. Don't worry, Chief. Jilin stroked his beard. He was very curious about such a genius. Teacher Huang, please call Qi Tian here first. Later, ask Xiao Ming to come to the Education Committee. On the way to the Education Committee, Huang Min warned, Qitian, the 3 education committees recruited you so quickly, obviously they intend to cultivate you. When you meet the 3 education committees later, you must remain respectful. And you must obey the 3 education committees absolutely. Arrangements made by the Education Committee. Teacher Huang, don't worry. The 3 education committee members were conducting personal inquiries, and Huang Min was not allowed to observe them due to his level. After she delivered Qi Tian, she went to handle the formalities for him in person. Qitian has met 3 education committee members. Qitian said, clasping his fists. Jilin smiled and joked, this classmate Qi Tian has quite a heroic demeanor. This is the demeanor that a young man should have. Meng Xinji said with a smile, Meng Xinji, next to me is Bai Baoshan, the 2nd chair of the Education Committee, and the person who just spoke is Jilin, the 3rd chair of the Education Committee. The main reason we called you here this time is to verify your talent. Teacher Huang Min told us that you already have the strength of a soul master, and you are only 16 years old this year. Qi Tian shook his head, that's not entirely true. I am a little over 12 years old, not yet 13. What? The 3 education committee members looked at each other. 12-year-old soul lord. Jilin didn't believe it, so he took the initiative to leave his seat, walked up to Qi Tian, and put his right hand on his shoulder. No matter what the soul master's appearance is, his bone age cannot be false. Seeing Jilin's uncertain expression, Meng Xinji couldn't help but ask, Jilin Education Committee, how are you? Chief, his age is correct. Jilin couldn't help but said, I have never seen a 12-year-old soul lord on the mainland. Please forgive me for being rude just now. Meng Xinji Education Committee, look. Qi Tian blinked. Meng Xinji was a little bit dumbfounded. The 3 old guys had never seen such a big storm, and they actually lost their composure because of this incident. After straightening his collar, Meng Xinji continued, Qitian, can you tell us 3 old guys about your martial soul and soul power levels? Qitian, 2 martial soul fists, level 34 attack type battle soul master. Level 34. It seems that you have broken through to soul master for some time. As for your martial soul, I have heard about it. After all, he was engaged in theoretical research. Although Meng Xinji didn't know much about the original martial spirit, he did not beat this martial spirit to death with a stick, but looked at the problem from the perspective of dialectical analysis. The reason why you can practice so quickly must be due to your martial spirit. Of course, your talent is also impeccable. There are very few records about the fist martial spirit in the mainland, so you can only rely on yourself to explore your future cultivation. We 3 old guys will provide you with all help. Meng Xinji quickly expressed his attitude. If you compare Yu Xiaogang with him, just because Meng Xinji dares to admit his shortcomings, he has already left Yu Xiaogang 18 streets behind. It all depends on the arrangements of the 3 education committee members. Qi Tian's face was calm, revealing a hint of expectation. Well, we 3 old guys will plan the future for you. Meng Xinji continued, you must already know about the Soul Master competition. I plan to let you directly enter the first team of the academy. With your talent, you will strive to become a starting team member this time. In the next term, I can give you a guarantee. As long as your soul power is ahead of other team members, you will be the captain of Huangdo Academy. Meng Xinji and the others had discussed this matter before Qi Tian came. Considering Qi Tian's age and lack of competition experience, we decided to let him accumulate enough experience in this competition. Yu Tianheng was also one of the starting players of the last Imperial Team 1. In this competition, he directly became the captain of the Imperial Team. This is also a tradition of the Imperial Academy.